Da. Oh, da, 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 da. Oh my god, I think I've got coronavirus now, Laura. Do you see that sneeze? That sneeze. That sneeze.
Snooze?
Sneeze.
Wow.
So, it's been a long day. I didn't get dressed today.
Neither did I.
I didn't get showered.
Neither did I.
We stink.
We don't.
We don't stink.
Maybe we do, but we don't care.
We can't smell each other because
It's not smelly vision, so you're alright.
This is true. So basically, we listened to records all day and we've watched a bit of news, haven't we?
No.
We have.
Oh, that news that was just on?
We watched a full news
I thought
report.
it meant like the corona news.
Oh, there's no corona
There's
news.
no corona news. Like, I don't know if it's just like chilled the fuck out.
Well, there was a bit of corona news. Schools are open and they're welcoming people back, and we had a look inside some classrooms, and that's just going to be weird for the students, isn't it?
They've got marquees set up with like single desks.
Where they can have the dinner and learn.
It's like detention centre learning.
Yeah, it's not good.
I'm glad. I'm actually really glad that Marshall's left public school now. I think college will be different because college classes are smaller anyway, aren't they? You have less kids in a college class, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
So I reckon his will be different.
I don't think anyone's going to learn anything. It's just going to be oh, don't stand too close, and just getting shouted at all the time.
Don't stand so
Close to me. Yeah, let's sing that.
No, so what's that? What?
I'll see a look at that in a minute.
Oh, sorry, just got a message. You just got a letter. You just got a letter.
And I feel that the COVID news is not on because that many people are having this Black Lives Matter thing, isn't there?
Oh, now, because we're in the northeast, yeah. So yesterday there was a protest in Newcastle. So the people that were protesting to protect the statues really didn't get the protest because they were flinging rocks at like the police and the police horses and the police dogs, and the Black Lives Matter protesters were mainly alright and it was a peaceful protest. But Black Lives Matter's protesters don't have any issue with the statues that
Save them.
that aren't offensive. The couple of original statues that were
That was took down.
that were took down were like slave traders and people that had prevented the slave trade, etc., etc. So fair enough. And the towns have even said, well, look, we should have took the statues down. You know, obviously it's the wrong way to go about it, but then it's got all out of hand, and a lot of people have took it past that protest and did their own vandalism and stuff to different statues,
But,
which
I
they shouldn't.
think the people being violating like the war ones and putting paint over them, and
Yeah.
and me and Laura have started watching Benidorm again from the beginning. We know this TV show will be getting taken off the air. Likewise with Gavin and Stacey.
No, because what they've done is they've decided that everything's offensive, which I totally understand that, but, you know,
Little Britain's gone.
yeah, they're not allowed Little Britain anymore, and I honestly do not think Little Britain wrote that to cause offence to someone.
No.
But now, because you can't say anything, but at the end of the day, you know, nobody is alive today that was a slave, and nobody is alive today that had a slave. So, you know, we can't keep protesting things that are finished with like that. I totally understand the police brutality aspect that it all started for, but that comes in every shade and race and colour, doesn't it? It doesn't just come in black. So I understand I do understand the point of it, and I get why people are upset with it, but it's a bit of a weird time to do it, and then you see on the news
Madeleine McCann's murderers.
no
Read his head as well.
yeah, but I wasn't, yeah, that was on the news, but I was going to say about the rave, and like back to the
God.
Newcastle thing a minute. So it just shows people's stupidity, because they're there protecting a statue that the statue is for someone who helped free slaves.
Yeah.
So that statue wouldn't get attacked anyway, potentially. if the police, and there was plenty of police there doing the job. So it's kind of people are stupid. I understand that people want to protest, but then you get these mob mentality people that just go too far, and they just want to like wreck everything, and we don't need that at the minute. Nothing's normal at the minute as it is. So
But
the last
the Black
thing
Lives
we need
Matter
is
thing doesn't mean that you have to go out and wreck shit and loot shops and...
yeah, but that's not them doing that.
Who is it then?
It's idiots that are joining in with it.
Are they not protesting?
No, they're just lumping along with it.
Oh, I see.
There's been millions now of protests that have been absolutely fine with no problem whatsoever.
I think there's a protest in Darlington. I think it might have been today.
No, there was one and it was fine. There was nothing happened. But our statue's fine because ours was like someone who saved slaves too. But that's not what you see on the news, is it? So you see the badness rather than the goodness. So people are just stupid. I don't understand these people protesting when they don't know what they're protesting for, or they don't know, or they're just doing it to wreck stuff. What's the point? And there's no 2 metres in none of them protests, so to be fair, I know you can have your own thing and do whatever you want really, but you're not supposed to at the minute, are you, when you're supposed to keep 2 metres away from everyone?
Fine, a lot of them, Mr. Boris.
And I did see in China that the spraying protesters with blue paint so they can go around and arrest them later. So if you see a Smurf in China, you're getting arrested. But anyway, back to stupid people. So on the news as well, there's also been held in Manchester illegal mass raves. So people are sick of lockdown.
Someone got raped, someone got stabbed.
So they made lockdown raves in Manchester. There's been 2 of them, and the police have broke them up. But yeah, someone got stabbed and is in intensive care, and an 18-year-old girl got raped. And you just think, what on earth are you doing at a rave? People are fucking stupid. Just stay in.
They're never going to get away with a rave, were they?
No, but it was like, you should see the state of it. Absolute state of like the thing. I understand people are sick and people want to like see the mates and everything. But the last thing I'd be doing is going to a rave. I might like go for a coffee. Or, something. But I'm not going to go to a rave. So yeah, the world is currently full of idiots. Some idiots don't know what they're doing. Some idiots protesting. Some idiots are raving. Some of them are just fucking idiots. But yeah, corona news. I did hear that they'd flattened the curve more. That's why the secondary school plan was to go in order.
I thought the numbers went up the other day to 500 or something. It went up a bit.
No. And we watched the news and it said it was 200 and odd. So where have you got the 500 from? I don't know where you were getting that from. Fake news. But yeah, so I just think I totally wish it was all over and done with now. I'm sick to death of it. I just want to crack on and get on with my normal life again.
All of this, and we've got funeral and stuff to plan, haven't we? Well, not plan because
it's in the planning process.
Yeah, so I have to go to the crematorium tomorrow and do some
grave digging.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Some prepping of the grave where.
Yeah. I have a vision of what I think it should look like when my mum gets there.
Because she's getting cremated, but she's getting put on this grave that her sister's in. So to make it look nice, because she died a long time ago, and doesn't have a upkeep because there's not many family left.
Yeah.
So they're going to do a bit of upkeep before the flowers, etc., get put there on Friday when we have the
service.
The service. So yeah, but today, yeah, so we, after clearing a few things out and etc., we have been finding new homes for the things we've got. What would you call it?
I got my mum's records.
Yeah.
And so it was nice Laura went and bought me a record player. She had me in tears because she's a little sweetie pie.
Yeah.
and we've been listening to lots of old ass music all
Yeah.
day, but
Classic.
good old ass music.
Yeah, so we were just changing our little teeny tiny house. We were just trying to fit these things in. So we've had a change around of our toy room.
Yeah.
Because you know, we're children.
So our toy room now has a record player in it with adult records
And
in
a
them.
selection.
Mm.
Some of them are like older than me.
And me.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, so been doing that and then just chilling really the rest of the day. So tomorrow you have to go back to Middlesbrough again.
Mm-hmm.
Do that, but I'm staying here.
She is.
Yes. But we'll
What day
have
is it tomorrow, Monday?
Tomorrow's Monday.
All the shops open tomorrow,
yes, tomorrow is the start of phase 3 for the UK. Woo woo.
though? So that'll be interesting to see how run this town is.
All non-essential shops will open from tomorrow. But it was funny because we just watched on the news that the Metro Centre, which is our big one near us. Well,
A third of them, and there's
third.
300 shops. There's only 100 of them in the big places. Isn't
yeah, so only a third of them are opening, so that's a bit. But I said, well, a lot of them have gone into administration, so that could be part of the reason why. But
They were mourning on the news, back to COVID-19, people who have pubs
yeah,
not getting in. They need help because they're not going to be able to reopen, and lots of them are rented, and the landlords are wanting the rent even though it hasn't been open. Or it's a palaver for them, isn't it?
yeah, I know. Well, didn't Emma's mum say the same?
Yeah.
A friend of ours' mum has ran a pub as the manager of it. God, me whole life she's ran it absolutely, but obviously so it must have been she was a manager and someone else must have been
The owner.
the licensee. And as soon as they went into, I was going to say administration, as soon as they went lockdown, he just handed the keys back to the brewery, and she was like left with nothing after all them years. She must have ran that place for 25 years at least.
She's always worked there since I've known you.
At least she must have. She must have ran it. She's ran it all my life, since. And I went to nursery with her, so you know. Don't know what job she did when I was at nursery because I wasn't listening, but yeah. But no, so the pub trade. But my mum did say that she's a cleaner in two pubs, and they're looking at the 1st of July to reopen.
The pub where we got our wedding reception has been given some money or something so they can stay up for an extra year. Did Kim say?
Not money, just an extension.
An extension for a year.
Because basically the council owned the club where we had our wedding reception, and they were trying to buy it and save it. So basically they'd given them a time scale to do it in, and they've lost half of the time because of COVID, so they've extended it for another year. So they have another year of a chance to
keep it.
But I can't see that happening.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway, we're tired, so we'll go.
Goodbye.
We may update you tomorrow,
We will update you.
and we will see if we
We know you miss us so
watch
much.
the news. Yeah.
Okay, bye. Bye.
Bye.